But Aeneas, taking a long, deep breath, replied, "Don't think for a moment, Achilles, son of Peleus, you can frighten me with words like a child, a fool. I'm an old hand myself at trading taunts and insults. We both know each other's birth, each other's parents. We've heard their far-flung fame on the lips of mortal men, though you have never set eyes on mine, or I on yours. They say you are Peleus' son, that fine, flawless man, your mother Thetis, sleek-haired child of the sea. And I am Aeneas, and I can boast Anchises' blood, the proud Anchises, but my mother is Aphrodite. Our parents, one pair or the other, will mourn a dear son today. Certain it is, I warn you, we won't break off from battle and leave the field with no more than a youngster's banter light as this. But about my birth, if you'd like to learn it well, first to last, though many people know it, here's my story, Achilles. Starting with Dardanus, Storm King Zeus' son, who founded Dardania, long before holy Troy arose, that city reared on the plain to shelter all our people. They still camped on the slopes of Ida, wet with springs. Then Dardanus had a son in turn, King Erichthonius, and he was the richest man in all the world. 3,000 mares he owned, grazing the marshes, brood mares in their prime, proud of their leaping foals. And the north wind, lusting once for the herd at pasture, taking on the build of a black stallion, mounted several, and swelling under his force, they bore him 12 colts. And when they'd frisk on the tilled fields ripe with grain, they'd brush the cress of the corn and never snap a stalk. But when they'd frisk and vault on the sea's broad back, they'd skim the cress of Whitecap's glistening foam. Now Erichthonius sired Tros, a lord of the Trojans, and Tros, in turn, had 3 distinguished sons, Ilus, Acerachus, and Ganymede, radiant as a god, and he was the handsomest mortal man on earth. And so the immortals, awestruck by his beauty, snatched him away to bear the cup of Zeus, and pour out wine for all the deathless gods. And Ilus in turn sired a valiant son, Laomedon. Laomedon had his sons as well, Tithonus and Priam, Lampus and Clytius, Hicetaon, the gallant aid of Ares, and Acerachus fathered Capys, and he had a son, Anchises, and Anchises fathered me. But Priam had Prince Hector. There you have my lineage. That is the blood I claim, my royal birth. As for strength in war, Zeus lends power to some, others he wastes away, whatever his pleasure, the strongest god of all. Come, Achilles, no more bragging on this way like boys, standing here in the thick of a pitched battle. Plenty of insults we could fling against each other, enough to sink a ship with 100 benches. A man's tongue is a glib and twisty thing. Plenty of words there are, all kinds at its command, with all the room in the world for talk to range and stray. And the sort you use is just the sort you'll hear. What do we need with wrangling, hurling insults? Cursing each other here like a pair of nagging women boiling over with petty, heartsick squabbles, blustering into the streets to pelt themselves with slander, much of it true, much not. Anger stirs up lies. I blaze for battle. Your taunts can't turn me back, not till we've fought it out with bronze. On with it. Taste the bite of each other's brazen spears.